welcome to Blast Off, Escape to the Unknown. So, I will be playing Blast Off here, version 1.3.3. I am utilizing the Curse client to play this Minecraft mod pack. And if you'd also like to play it, you can go and pick up the Curse client, and you can search for Blast Off, and you can also play. So, I have played this mod pack before. I have tried hardcore, and as you can see, it didn't work out too well for me. So I will be playing easy core. So let's go ahead and jump in here. This is a brand new world. Like I said, I have played this before, but I've never actually been able to blast off rather. So here is the Minecraft Comes Alive setup, and this will be where we kind of create our character, so to speak. Toilet Zombie will be the name of our Wasteland hero, which we will see the Wasteland in just a minute. Here's some other options. Children grow automatically, so it sounds like we may have a baby mama in the future. I haven't actually had children in this mod pack yet, so that'll be something we can experience together. So here we are in our little base, and if we jump up here, here's the Wasteland. So not much to look at. Eventually we will make this a little bit greener, but as the mod pack says, it is blast off, so we're not going to spend too much time getting this set up. So let's go ahead and get our quest book. Now I'm going to skip the little intro and just basically tell you what it says.
Stand by for green.
Alright, so let's head back here. So basically, this mod pack starts off in 2120 when the Earth builds a cutting edge nuclear power plant in 2121. Shortly after that, an earthquake happens and the power plant gets boo-boo, which ultimately creates the world to look like this. So in 2123, NASA is doing interplanetary technology that lets most of humanity flee to destinations throughout the solar system. Right before I'm able to leave, something happens, a global catastrophe, and the planetary lockdown engages. So I was in hypersleep. I get woken up by our friend Mr. Robot, and he guides us, and together he will help us construct a NASA interplanetary vessel, and we'll take to the stars and join the rest of humanity. So with that being said, let's jump in here. Now this is why these mod packs are so much fun. 175 quests in total. So we have plenty to do here. As you can see, these are all the quest chains. These ones that are locked, from my understanding, the mod pack developer is still working on the quest and storyline for those, so eventually they will get released. But in the meantime, we have plenty to do, and it'll be quite a while before we even blast off. But as it says here, getting started, let's go ahead and do this one. Getting armed is the first quest, and it says head to the armory and grab some weapons. So we need an electric bow and a paper broadsword. So there's a paper broadsword, there's an electric bow, and we'll manually submit those. And we get a few different things here, and we also get optional additional rewards. So these are pretty much the same thing. I'm going to choose the brown one because I prefer that color a little bit more. And let's go ahead and grab some of these other things we'll need out of here. So that's about it. And in fact, we don't need the bow, and we don't need all three of those at once. So we have this. Go ahead and put that armor on. Now up top here, we have this little chamber, and what that chamber is for is these. Sapling storage. This is an applied energistic thing. It's pretty nifty. You just pop the storage things in there, turn it on, and voila. Now we have ourselves some saplings that were stored for a rainy day. And good thing they were. Sounds like there's a storm a brewing outside. Hopefully that won't cause any trouble for us. And there it is right there. Now the second quest, getting wood. Alright, so this calls for 4 wooden planks. Now this is about the most efficient way of starting off as far as I'm concerned. So this watering can basically applies a bone meal in a 3x3 area. So as long as you're targeting the center block here, everything in a 3x3 will go ahead and start getting that bone meal effect. So as we saw, that first quest only called for 4 pieces of wood. Go ahead and do that. Now we're going to get all these. Once again, we have the optional quest rewards here. That Stabby Stabber is really good. It's got like sharpness 4, and it's a pretty good sword. However, this Turbo Axe is invaluable at the beginning here. So let's put this back there, and bam, that's exactly why. That is really, really good. So go ahead and fill these all the way up as much as we can. We're going to go ahead and try to get these trees growing again for us. Now what we really want is one of these trees to grow into a gargantuan, and doesn't look like we managed it this time. It's okay. So we're going to go ahead and chop these down. Now I'm planning on just going ahead, and we're past half day. I would like to just continue to gather wood until nighttime. There really isn't, you know, well, at this early stage, being outside during nighttime. Oh, that one's kind of a big one. They get bigger than that though, and those are the ones you really want, because man, they will give you a ridiculous amount of resources. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get these to grow as well. Sometimes, I don't know if this is true for sure, but sometimes you may have a little bit better chance of getting the big ones if you can get smaller ones to grow in front of it, as you know, they have more free space. They have to go through more, rather, to get to that free space. So now that we have enough saplings to cover all 8 blocks, I'm just going to stick with the oak for now. There's no real particular reason, just the fact that I don't have 2 separate types of... Oh, is this one? It looks like a somewhat big one. I've seen them bigger than that. But basically, I just, want to have one type of wood for right now. Just makes it a little bit cleaner. So that was a decently big one. Now, what I would like to have is at least 16 oak saplings by the time we go inside, and all of these dirt blocks covered in oak saplings as well. And you'll see why I would like to have 16 oak saplings in my inventory once we go back inside there. So we still have a good bit of time, so I should still be able to hit that number. We almost have 2 stacks of wood now. As you can see there in the top right, it says I'm slightly encumbered, so there is a mod included with this that simulates weight. So every item has its own weight. So obviously square blocks of oak wood would weigh a bit. I'm getting a few apples from these oaks as well, which is always nice. Apples aren't really that useful unless you dry them, which we'll see a little bit later when we get into working on our food supply. But as of right now, we shouldn't need to consume those apples or anything, as we did get some food with that first in that little chest that had the weapons and the bows and whatnot. So let's see if we got a big boy. No, still haven't got a big one off the bat. This shouldn't be too big of a deal. Oh, And you see this wasn't connected to the other ones, and that's why that didn't chop them all down, so it can be kind of fickle with that. So it looks like I'm only going to get 1 or 2 more cycles here before we have to head inside, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get... Oh, sounds like a meteor landed. So we got a nice little clump there. Oh yeah, okay, so this might be a good one. Alright, there we go, just in time too. So let's go ahead and collect all these saplings up. And there we go, so we got 25, just in the nick of time. Alright, so now that we're back inside, let's go ahead and take a look at the next couple quests. So Sanity. Being alone in this ravaged land makes me a little insane. However, being near flowers seems to make it better. Time to mash up saplings into flowers. So this is why we needed those 16 saplings. So let's go ahead and manually submit those. And we get to pick one of these as well. So I'm going to go and do sugarcane. These other ones can easily be found in dungeons, which we'll see dungeons a few episodes later. Sugarcane can be a little bit of a pain to get, depending. Now air quality, I already knew that needed dandelions, and so we'll go ahead and manually submit that. And these are actually the same thing. This one's just lit. Obviously it's got the little flame. This one you need flint and steel to light. So we'll just choose the lit one. Now air quality and sanity are two of the things down here in the bottom right hand corner, the eyeball being the sanity and the air bubbles being the air quality. Both of those we'll see in action a little bit later. And on the opposite side, we have temperature. Now, once I go below 35 degrees Celsius, I believe, I will start going into hypothermia. So once we get closer to 35 degrees, I will show you how to counteract that. And below that is our water consumption, so our hydration. Now, you use these camel packs. As you can see, it says water is 100%. So normally you'd have to switch them out like that, right? But if you just simply combine them, then that will be added to your current armor. And as you can see now, in the bottom left, my water is rising. So why don't we go ahead and look at staying warm. So this requires 16 oak wood, and I will get a lava bucket. We have plenty of wood, so we'll go ahead and submit that. And mushrooms are easier to get a little bit later on. Mycelium can be tricky, so we're going to go ahead and choose that. Next on the list, we're going to do bone tools. So this is basically wanting me to craft a pickaxe. These will be Tinker's Construct. Start getting into that here in a minute. So let's go ahead and use up our birch. We're going to make, well, actually we only need 2 of those, so and we'll use these. These are a lot better than vanilla crafting tables, as you can leave stuff in there and it won't spit it back out. So a nice little nifty thing there. So we're going to go ahead and actually we're going to use this birch to make sticks. And let's go ahead and get a bunch of stuff there. And we're going to make these blank patterns. Now 48's far more than we should ever need. And we'll go ahead and make 7 chests. And the way these blank patterns work is you'll take something like that, and you see that'll make us a stencil table. And then we have the crafting station, okay, so that'll make us the tool station. Put a chest in here. Now this isn't something that's required in the quest, but it's something that I like using. And then last but not least, the part builder. So we have the blank patterns, part builder, tool station, stencil table. Now that should be everything. Looks like it is. Now it's asking us to craft bone pickaxe head, tool rod, and binding. So let's go ahead and move some of this stuff up here. We're going to need all 4 of these. The tool station will actually get replaced fairly soon. We want to put the part builder here, stencils up here, and then a pattern chest here. So the way this works is you put in the blank pattern. Tool rod was one of the things. Tool binding was one of the things. And pickaxe head was one of the things. And we'll just pop them all in here. Gives you some easy storage. And you need bone meal in order to make these. So we will put that there. We will put that there. And look at that. Now we got ourselves all the ingredients we needed. And we get a tool forge. Now that's why I was saying this tool station won't be of use, because the tool forge is essentially just an upgrade for it. So we can go ahead. Oh, darn it. Now this turbo axe is gonna take down all of it. Fortunately, you can't have things on top of that there. And why don't we go ahead and make our... Oh, wasn't loading. There we go. Let's go ahead and do this, do that. Now, what this will let us do is actually have an inventory on the right there. So we're going to go ahead and put in all the wood. This will be, any of the crafting stuff is going to require wood probably. This will be somewhat of a nature kind of place, and this will just kind of be an overall miscellaneous chest that we'll use there. So let's go ahead and put this Davy lamp up, as it is a bit dark in here. Alright, let's see what else we got here on the quest. So this requires a skeleton skull. This requires a gold ingot. Obsidian's going to be a while. Oh, and there we go. So as you can see on the right there, we just did get hypothermia, and on the bottom left we had just gone under 35 degrees Celsius. So in order to counteract that, you just pop a lava bucket in your inventory, and as you can see, it's rising. Once it hits 35, that hypothermia will no longer continue to refresh itself. Now I could go ahead and probably kill a few of these zombies here. Now, no way, an iron ingot. That is really lucky. I don't know if I've seen that drop off zombies before. So that iron ingot could be somewhat useful to us. Oh, now there's a skeleton. I wonder if we can get him over here. Get him to follow us. See if we can get really lucky and get a skeleton skull. Probably not that lucky, but no. That's okay though. I got a bone out of it. That's not terrible. I think we just need 2 more zombies. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's... Oh no. Oh no. So there's another mod that was just shown how that zombie jumped like that. That's actually a part of one of the mods, and it gives the AI some new tricks up their sleeves. And you will be seeing more of that later. It can be extremely annoying, some of the things they're able to do. So we will be showing that. So it looks like I got a helmet of strength. That's nice. Okay. So let's see if we completed this. No, we need 1 more. Somehow we didn't kill 5. I thought we had 5. Ah, darn. So I don't see any other... I don't see any other... Oh, there's a zombie. No, this looks like a villager zombie. Oh god, there's the Enderman. Those Endermen are extremely powerful. Looks like he's ignoring me. It's not very nice. And this is another haunted tool. It's kind of hard to see the tooltip there because of the map. I may move that map. And let's see if that finished the quest for us. There we go. Oh, we got another one sneaking over here. Now this one has charger boots. Those reboot, let him kind of run in a straight line. Maybe he'll do it before he dies. No, he won't. That's okay. And he just dropped some flesh. Okay, so so the Monster Slayer. So this gives us the choice, Not So Holy Meat, Pimp Cane, those are automatic. These two shears though, the Mana Steel shears are faster. However, these normal shears have, I believe it's unbreaking on them, which will make them last longer. So we're going to go with efficiency over that. Yeah, unbreaking 3, so that'll last quite a bit longer for us. We will need to gather some leaves for one of the quests coming up. Look at that, I got 2 ingots already. That is craziness. Now this leaf cider can be turned into fresh water. And as you see, our water is at 51%. If you add one of these in here, it'll put it up by 25%. Each one does that. And you get the glass bottle back, which you can use to refill water later on. So definitely a awesome thing there. Now, let's go ahead and grab a few leaves as the next quest will require that. Now, as you can also see in the bottom left hand corner, once my temperature goes above 38, I'm going to go into heat stroke. So basically you just have to take the lava bucket off. I'll go ahead and let it get to 38 so you can see. Let's go ahead and get a few leaves here. Let's see. I'll show you what you can do with these leaves once you get them. Alright, and let's go ahead and chop this down. Good, good, good. Okay. So, alright, cool. So let's head back in here. Since leaves, I do craft with those leaves, I'm going to just put them in that crafting area. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next question. So this is something I would like to get as soon as possible. I currently only have 6. The MyFit really helps out as you continue to play the game. You start getting benefits such as speed bonuses, jumping bonuses, strength bonuses. It's really, really useful. So I'm going to try and get that as soon as possible. I just need 16 flesh. So probably the next night time I'll make a point of actually killing more mobs. So this is what we needed the leaves for. We need mashed leaves. So let's go ahead and type in down here mashed leaves. That's a nifty little mod as well. And there we go, oak leaves, apples, and leather. So let's go ahead and take these out of here and we'll just put them in there as well. So we needed oak leaves along the side. Oh, actually, you know what? We need leather. And the only way to get leather is actually by cooking rotten flesh. So let's see here. Unfortunately, we'll have to save that till next episode, and up there is where we're going to be able to get some pieces of stone to make cobblestone to make ourselves a furnace. So until next time, I want to thank you for watching my Blast Off series, and we will pick up from there. Now, just a quick note before we end the episode here. In the bottom left hand corner, you may notice that my temperature will occasionally drop. That's because every time you do take a sip of water, it will reduce your temperature. So that's why it's taking so long to get to 38, which isn't a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing. So let's see if it drops here once it goes down to 99. Yep, so as you can see, it dropped again, and every time it goes up 1%, this will drain 1%. So with that, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.